The 4/4 percussion group uses chopping boards, pots and pans, and even knives and real food while they put together a rhythm. And if you've seen them, if you've heard the kind of music that they make, you'd know that 4/4 knows how to make an impression. But what you may not know is the softer side of the percussion group. Literally, the softer side. All members of the percussion group are either handball instructors or ringers. Let's find out what's appealing about this quieter side of music.
It's so different from hitting on pots and pans and drums, and they're really soft.
Teach us a tune. Show us
Handbells. Yeah, you know what? Handbells are also percussion instruments because they strike. Right?
Okay.
So I'm going to try Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I'm going to ask you to help me out with this note, which is a G.
Okay.
And it's just 2 notes. You're going to just strike them for me twice.
All right. You say go and I'll go.
Yes. And you'll be very familiar with this tune. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Get ready. And ready. There you go. Oh, that ends well. That's a very nice cadence. Bum, bum. Imperfect cadence.
Sure.
I think.
Thanks. Getting back to the pots and pans kind of music. Now, it's not something which is new. We hear it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But what keeps it coming back to the festivals? Do you think that it's popular? How is it popular?
You mean you're referring to pots and pans or percussion? Pots and pans.
Yeah. What keeps the popularity of it alive?
First thing first, drums is everywhere. Percussion is everywhere. You can create percussion from anything, anywhere. Like the wall behind me. That's percussion. I could even tap on my body. That's percussion. And drums, it's very common. So audience tend to get a very big feast out of watching all the many drum groups in Singapore. But
what keeps pots and pans
that's
music
right.
alive?
That's what I was just about to say. Pots and pans is unique. I mean, drums, you see it everywhere. Pots and pans. Now, how many groups really does pots and pans? Now, I could count, but with 4 fingers, 5 fingers, that's about it, in Singapore. And because of its uniqueness, it attracts attention. It attracts audiences because they just want to see, hey, I've seen drums. Now, what about these pots and pans? What can they do about it? And on top of that, 4/4 percussion adds on real food. Now, like I said earlier on, it brings pots and pans percussion into another level. That's right. The only thing that, unfortunately, we can't do is serve that food to the audience. If you were 50 meters away and you see a group of chefs in chef costume jumping around and creating a scene, both visually and sound, what would you do? Naturally, you'll be attracted to it. If you see someone in chef costumes jumping around, creating sounds, it's the costume, it's the energy, it's the music, it's the food, definitely that, and these elements attract the audience, people.
Okay, Damien, we want to know a bit more about you behind the group. So tell us a bit about yourself when you're not banging pots and pans.
Okay, I'm a baba. I'm a Peranakan baba. One of my favorite kind of music would be Peranakan music. Because it's very fast diminishing from this part of the world. I mean, it's a culture that is very unique to the Straits of Malacca, the various states and towns, but it's very fast disappearing. So I'm pretty much into Peranakan music right now, and I lead the Baba Band, Singapore's only Peranakan band.
The Baba Band.
The Baba Band.
This is the Razorism of the day.
5, 6, 7, and... Razor pot is piping hot, popping pop, don't you stop. Razor pot is very hot, don't you keep it short. Hey!
Yo, what up?
你要见还是我？
Yo, what up?
你要见还是我？
It's Razor Pop lah!